What's going on, keepers? I'm Kane and this is Noodle, and today I'm going to be updating you on everything and kind of giving you a little tour of the animals and telling you what we're working on. Alright, so we'll just kind of get you caught up with everything. So, as far as the 55-gallon tank, I've got it full of water and tested, and some substrate in here, and a few pieces of wood. But that's about as far as I've made it with that. You can see one of the other tanks that we got for free has got the fish in it, so it hasn't made the move currently yet. This 10-gallon, we added a couple pieces of bamboo in there. I think that might be a little different. Our 20-gallon over here, the growth in there is quite a bit more lush. But other than that, not a whole lot different. I've acquired a new big terrarium tank. I got it in a trade for some leopard geckos. My buddy was wanting some more animals, and I figured I'd just work out the deal with him. He wanted the leopard geckos, and so I let him get them, and I got this. I do have an animal in mind for this, but I'm not going to ruin the surprise yet. So just stay tuned, and you'll see what we've got planned for there. As far as the fish, everything's still basically the same. We can feed a little bit of food here, so you can kind of get an eye of everything. You know, I got a lot of algae in my tanks. I don't worry too much about it. I usually just clean them out in spurts. Algae don't look the greatest, but it definitely doesn't hurt your fish. These guys, they're always going wild. They're just looking really beautiful. We've got 10 of these electric blue acara that we're growing out. Hopefully we can get us a new pair out of them pretty soon. Our Shelly's down here. Let's see if we can get you zoomed in there. There's just tons and tons of those little babies in there. They're just really starting to go wild. Moving on up here, our blue shrimp. A little harder to spot. Now I was looking and talking with a few people, and I think my blue dreamline is actually a little bit mixed. I think I've got some blue realies in here. They're so spread out it's kind of hard to see them, but I'll have to throw some wafers in there or something one day so you can see them a little better. At least killies here, they're a little hard to see themselves. Just a little tiny little fish. If I can get it to focus. There we go. There's quite a few of them in there. Of course, our Rio Tamazulas, they're doing pretty good. And if you're curious what I'm feeding today, this is the Extreme Community Crave. Good all-around filler for your every other day food. Just the regular old platies there, mixed platies. Our crebensis. And our triple red cockatoides. On down, the angelfish are doing pretty good. No babies out of them right now. When they do lay some, they usually eat them, but at the moment I don't have anywhere to put them anyway, so some rainbow fish. We might be moving those on pretty soon. It's just another one I'm kind of taking care of. I really don't care about. I won't say I don't care, but I'm not interested in working with. The guppies, of course, we talked about moving them to the 55s, which I'm kind of torn on at the moment. Part of me says do like I said and move the guppies to the 55. But another part of me thinks that maybe I move the electric blue Acara to the 55 and move the guppies over to the 40, which will still be a big upgrade for them. So if anybody's got any ideas on that, what do you think? These guys are very beautiful, and it'd be awesome to see them getting something bigger, because there's 10 of them and they're starting to grow, so that's definitely a bit much. Of course, our turtle here with his 2 goldfish, and I usually don't ever catch him in here, but there is a dojo loach in here, but he's hid half the time. Our little cherry shrimp tank is doing pretty good. You can just see, the more you look around, there's a lot of little cherry shrimp hid in here and there. I like this tank. It's got a good, real wild look to it. Of course, our Big Daddy 210 here, always very beautiful. A little dirty at the moment, could use a little cleaning, but you know, sometimes I clean up the tanks before I do a video, and then sometimes, you know, you can let other people see it's alright to have a dirty tank. I mean, nobody's perfect all the time. You see these other channels and they never show when their tanks are dirty. They never show when they have sick animals or fish. They always just make it appear that everything's just going all hunky-dory all the time, but you know, that's not really the hobby and how it goes. So sometimes I just like to show the real side. You know, sometimes you get a little dirty, you have some issues, but you just push on through it. With that though, I guess we'll move on back here to the reptiles. So moving on back here to the reptile room. Our one tarantula is doing really well. And this other baby Brazilian black, hard to see in there, but he's doing pretty good as well. This is only 2 baby tarantulas that I've kept right now, and I don't think I'm gonna get rid of them. There's Big Daddy. He's out right now. He just molted recently and he's looking really beautiful. Got some good stark black colors. You can see where he put a web back there to shed. I'll throw in a picture of him right here where he was turned upside down using the web to help pull his molt off. And then Scarlet also back here in her hide. You can kind of see a little peek of her right there. Her tank's still looking pretty good. Down here, we've got a couple of baby crested geckos. There goes one right there. And the other one, you can see his little head right there down in the leaves. They're super cute. My finger for a reference. They're still real tiny. Now, you might see that we've always got a couple around, and they never seem to have any more. We hatch more, but we sell a lot of the crested geckos. The big crested gecko tank, let's be honest, it's just kind of pathetic. It's pitiful. It's not got enough in it. A lot of the plants have died out and they just don't have the cover they deserve. So be looking out. This is going to be one of my next updates. I want to make a new tank for the crested geckos. I want to just do it all the way out, all the walls filled in with plants, and I want it to be all vines and filled in, but I want the ground to be clear because it makes it really hard to find the eggs where they bury the eggs, because you got to take all this stuff out of here. So, and they prefer to be up anyway. They're arboreal, So it'll be doing both of us a favor. So I'm gonna do a foam wall and fill this in and go all natural and give them a bunch of hides in here. They deserve it. They've been around for a while and given us so many babies. They need, you know, they need more. So I'll be looking for that soon to come. Just some old crickets up there, nothing special. A lot of the snakes doing well as always. Noodle being his little noodle self. The albino pied. Everybody's back on the hot spot tonight, it seems like. Salt, our BLE, or BEL, our blue-eyed leucistic. I'm always bad to get those letters mixed up. And I think I've thought on it, and I believe I'm gonna keep this little baby boa. I've just really gotten attached to him. He's so cute. My little brother-in-law named him Peanut, so I believe we're gonna hold on to him. He's about ready for a bigger enclosure. I don't think he's quite ready for a whole tub yet, but something definitely a little bigger than that. Tiny, of course, is doing well, soaking in her bowl. We could probably give her a little bit bigger of a soak as well, but she's still got plenty of room in her enclosure at the moment. Michelle's bearded dragon Rex is doing good. As an update for it, we added a substrate. I know there's a lot of controversy on bearded dragons with substrate. Some people say if you give them substrate, they can get impaction from swallowing it. And then other people say if you don't give them substrate, they get arthritis from walking on the hard floor. I'm personally in the camp of substrate and bioactive because, for one, I think it's better for the bearded dragon. It's definitely better for the look and the smell. And as far as the impaction goes, I mean, animals they have free range to dirt in the wild, and they're not all dying of impaction. So I don't see why it's an issue in captive care. The rodents, just giving a quick look at them. They're doing great. Let's see, this one's got a lot of babies back here. I believe, yeah. Look at all those babies. They're just covered. The tanks might look just a little dirty. Today's substrate day, so we're going to be changing them out. But there is a ton. Let's see, let me get them back out here. A ton of babies in here. There's just so many. They're honestly super cute. I like them. You all know what they're for. I don't have to show you. YouTube doesn't really favor to that. But I still enjoy them and try to give them a good life while we've got them here. The turtles, we'll show you them. They're doing pretty good. Before I show you the turtles, while I'm already over here, my green bottle blue tarantula, Sapphire. She's doing fine. She's just as beautiful as ever. And boy, she's got some webs. Everything's just trucking along real nice. I know I haven't put out as many videos lately. This one's going to be kind of a long one, but just an update to show you how everything's going. Let you know I haven't forgot about YouTube. I just didn't have anything really crucial to show off at the moment. 3 cuties. They're just chilling back here in their house. Gosh, huh? Yeah, here's my turtle. Oh. Yeah, they're doing great. And I may be moving them out of this enclosure. I haven't decided. So if you've seen one of the earlier episodes, the leopard geckos right here, which I just told you that I traded them to my buddy for those enclosures because I can use that big enclosure and he really didn't have use for it, and he really wanted those leopard geckos, and I mean I liked them, but let's be honest, I got a lot of animals here and they weren't one of my big passions. Now our Tegu here, I named Scales, who's wanting me to open the door. He's doing really well. This is my buddy. He's so sweet. He's like a puppy dog. Ain't you, Scales, huh? I like Scales. He's my friend. He's in shed right now, so he may look a little dull here and there, but I'm really enjoying him. And he's just as friendly as could be. He's everything you want in a Tegu. He's still got some growing to do, of course, but right now he's got a pretty good size enclosure. This is a 6 foot by 2.5 foot. And he's just so beautiful. Look at it. But as an update, you may have remembered our other Tegu. The female was down here. This is the male. And I did sell the female. I know what some of y'all might be thinking, but honestly, I'm not looking to breed Tegus, just like I'm not looking to breed Burmese pythons. You know, I think people have every right to own them, and as long as they're going to do good for the animal and provide what they deserve, people should be able to own them. But let's face it, not everybody needs a giant Tegu or a giant Burmese python. And I really don't want to be the guy that's breeding and handing out tons of Tegus and Burmese pythons. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with breeding Burmese pythons and Tegus, but I just don't want to be the guy that's got a clutch of 30 snakes or more that's gonna go anywhere from 14 to 18 foot and handing them out to people left and right because I can't care for them all and I need them to go. Well, same way with the Tegus. I'm not looking to breed Tegus. I just want one as a pet. I really love him and I'm going to give him everything he needs. But I don't need two if I just need it as a pet. I just need one. And Scales is super friendly and he's easier to work with. You can see probably some of his shed right there under his armpit. I've been helping him out a little bit here and there. But the female, she had an aggressive issue and she wasn't friendly at all. She definitely cage defensive. And so out of the two, it was an easy choice which one I wanted to keep, you know. And I know a guy, he's a local guy, he's a really cool dude. And he builds enclosures for a living and he's got 7 Tegus. And he's more than adequate about how to handle them and care for them. So he's gonna be able to put the time and work into her to get her friendly and give her a good life. Where honestly, I just don't have the time. I've got all these animals and I'm not looking to breed 2 Tegus. I just want one as a pet. So for me, Scales is perfect. And I can spend even more time and devotion with him. And as far as the female Tegu, she's went to a better home with somebody with much more experience than me. And this opens up a little more enclosure room for me. I'm really kind of digging where I'm at with the reptiles. You know, I haven't been doing the reptiles a long time. Here's some of the tarantula molts. You want to check those out. I've got some pretty good ones right here. But you know, I'm really happy with where I'm at with the turtles. 3 turtles, a Tegu, a berm. I do want to get some more ball pythons. And I am looking into maybe getting some more New Caledonia species of geckos because I really like them. Check him out over there. He thinks I'm gonna feed him. But other than that, you know, I'm really feeling where I'm at. I'm really comfortable with this. I don't feel like I'm overwhelmed. I feel like I'm really enjoying it. And I feel like everything I got is kind of great. So, you know, this is the space I'm feeling like working in. Right now, I'm thinking about, since I've got this new enclosure open here, maybe breaking down this big old tent. Let's face it, that is a huge tent, which is awesome, but that's a huge tent for 3 little turtles. And not saying that they don't deserve it or need it, but it takes up a lot of space in this room. I mean, you can just see that's like the whole corner of this room is that one tent. So I'm thinking about taking the 3 turtles and moving them into the enclosure where the Tegu was. And it's bigger than the enclosure that they had before, and I think it's enough room for them right now. And then that's going to open up all this space for me because I'm looking to get more into the ball pythons, and I'm going to have hatchling racks and more room in here. And I'd eventually like to maybe get some more professional setups like ARS for my rats and my snakes. So I could just see that wall right there being all racks. But yeah, that's just a little update of everything that's going on for you guys. Let you know I hadn't forgot about you or forgot about YouTube. Everything's going great. All the animals are doing wonderful and I love them as much as ever. But with that, you know, just stay tuned. Keep an eye out for new videos. I'm going to keep trying to post as much as I can and keep you updated and find things to make content about. Alright guys, well I appreciate you watching the video. That's just an update of everything I got going on. Like I said, I'm not planning on going anywhere. I know it's been a minute since I made a video, but I just really haven't had anything to shoot about other than some updates and new projects. So stay looking for what we're going to put in the new terrarium, what we're going to be doing with the 55, and also an update on the crested gecko tank. But other than that, just stay tuned, watch out for the next video, and I hope to see you guys next time.